exactly right. Yeah. So that is assuming that Anivia gets through. As you can see, we have entered into picks and bans. Again, Cassiopeia banned away. Froggen putting up some really big numbers on that. Would be very surprised to see if that Anivia makes it through in this next game. As Nidalee, again, banned away from Proxen. So far, identical bans, but Shen banned away from KFO.
Yes, as long as they are targeting Froggen with the Cassiopeia, I'd assume that they add the Anivia up there, but we shall see. If Fox actually decide to ban away, the other power picks like Vladimir, Karma, has also been highly prized. There it is again, though. No Lissandra engages for Team Envy.
Yeah, that's been banned away from Envy for the past few weeks. Does so much for them for both Seraph and Ninja. And 10 seconds, you gotta wonder what they're thinking. Talking about the Anivia, talking about the Vladimir or the Swain instead. Are they that afraid of Froggen's Anivia? And yes, they are. It's banned away from him.
Yeah, think about it for a little while, but that was massive. I mean, we talked about it, the solo first blood kill, at all stages in the game, doing so much with a comfort pick like that. Got to take it off the board and see if they can repeat without comfort champions.
And now it'll be up to Echo Fox to show us if they've got something more than a Cassiopeia or Anivia-centric composition, as Rise is the final ban for Echo Fox, which means Vladimir is open.
Ooh, baby, Seraph special. He loves that. Ninja as well. That'd be another champion. He can charge right into the rest of the team. So this is definitely a flex pick. I would assume that it's Seraph, though, if I was on Fox right now. We shall see how it develops, though. Pretty good all-around pick. Let's see what Froggen picks into it, because he can't counterpick with Anivia, which has been the go-to attempt at controlling Vladimir.
Try to slow him down, use walls to prevent his escape routes, but looks like it will be Keith returning to that Ezreal as he decides to lock it in, and Karma picked up for Echo Fox once again.
Interesting. So yeah, they're going to get Keith the extra mobility again, plus Karma speed boost. So they'll give away the Vladimir, and they try and first round some defensive mobility for themselves, and hopefully not allow Seraph to get right into the middle of the team. With Proto Belt, though, and these new changes to Vladimir, there's a lot of mobility there, and he can build very, very tanky and still put out a lot of damage. So you definitely have to have an idea of your plan to counter him, and when giving him away on purpose like this.
Well, we'll see if Vlad decides to try taking Sivir or something to enable that Vladimir from Envy for either Seraph or Ninja. Because right now it looks like Rek'Sai locked in once again for Proxen, and Trundle locked in for either Hakuho or Seraph. We'll find out.
All right, snag away that tier 1 jungler. Rek'Sai snatched up with Nidalee banned as well. Feels pretty good for them. The Gragas is still an option for hard. So Echo Fox could go with a very similar composition to last game, barring the Anivia.
We'll see if they decide to go for the disengage style comp. Still haven't seen a jungler just yet.
Oh, baby.
Hey. Alawi and Talia being hovered, but Victor, much more standard.
Standard, but very similar in wave clear to Anivia. Doesn't have the same, wall opportunities, obviously, but the gravity field also good with Vladimir. When they try and engage on you, try and control at least a small zone. What's really standing out, though, is the Kindred pick, which has fallen off quite a lot after the nerfs. We're not on live with the most recent nerf, though, the 7 armor one that really hit her, or hit them, I guess. We shall take a look at Hard's Kindred this time. Remember, this is going to be a very much increased focus on stacking up the marks of Kindred to get to that same power level.
So Echo Fox are already showing that they're trying to play something a little bit different in this Kindred. It's not the Gragas for hard disengage and deep jungle missions. Kindred, she's going to want to hunt people down and start building those stacks.
Yeah, and it actually is pretty scary if you're transitioning towards team fights and everyone huddles on a Kindred ultimate to try and keep them alive. Vladimir in that situation gets off a lot of AoE.
And the Swain Ashe locked in as well.
All right, so there's some hard engage for Team Envy.
Yep.
Something they didn't quite have, really heavily relying on flashes in the last game. The arrow is definitely going to help out there.
Envy much more scary composition this time around, as Aurelia is the final lock-in for KFO. He's going to be taking that into Seraph's either Swain or Vladimir. We'll find out.
Yeah, both ranged AP, so this flex pick isn't really that big of a deal. It is, again, going to be the support trundle for Team Envy. And there it is. Currently, okay, they have until 20 seconds to continue swapping.
Yeah.
But it looks like what you would think that the Seraph taking Swain up top into the Aurelia. See if we have a lane swap here, because that lane actually can get turned around with early pressure. You know, if you start getting early kills on Swain and allow Aurelia to gain control, she can all in.
We'll have to keep an eye on the junglers once again. Proxen, if he's going to go for a few more ganks this game, or if it's going to be hard, instead of disengaging and looking for wards, following up on those ganks and trying to convert kills. As Echo Fox looking to take this game number 2. James said it during the analyst test. That's the biggest thing that they've been looking for, consistency. It's been these one-off wins. Well, this would be the game to show, hey, we can compete on a consistent level.
Yeah, definitely. They've been rebuilding. Now they want to show, after just an extra week of practice, if they can actually convert to a series. Off to a really good start here for Echo Fox. Team Envy, though, they want to stop that slide in the standings. They had a really tough schedule last weekend.
Yeah.
And they want to rebound this week.
Yeah, in the past 2 weeks, they have been 1-3. Hopefully, this would have been the opportunity for them to kickstart their engines, get back in. We stumbled. We hit a couple of tough opponents. Well, now we can recover and play it up again. But
well, they've got a Vladimir. That's a really good start.
Yeah.
People have really been putting a lot of emphasis on that pick. And if you have the engage of an Ash Arrow, it looks pretty secure for them. They also have Trundle Pillars for continued chase. So they definitely have some very strong tools in this game, and we shall see if the early focus on Drakes actually continues.
Yeah.
And if we do get as many fights early on here.
Historically, that has been one of Echo Fox's weaknesses, the fact that they were, in fact, the worst team at controlling neutral objectives, Dragons, Barons, Rift Heralds. But in the previous game, they did put up a lot more competition. They did take 1-4 as they were more focused on the turrets and inhibitors, but we finally saw them taking some initiative for it.
We'll see. They got to start small this game. Just going to focus on the kindred marks.
Yeah.
Little scuttle crabs, and we'll move up to raptors.
Small steps as they build it up. We do currently have a pause loading in. We're trying to get that resolved as quickly as possible. You can see the players are waiting on their screens to get into this match. And Echo Fox...
Yeah, just double checking here. Seraph's not quite sure if he loaded in with the right runes and masteries. Double checking.
Very important thing.
Yes, we have had
you don't
a couple
want to take
instances.
Yeah, you don't want to take the Fervor Swain.
AP Vi actually happened.
Yes.
Hotshot also right when we first started, like season 3, I think, first season of LCS.
Didn't he play that one out?
He did play it out, and they won.
Yep.
On hard mode.
Yeah, extra challenge. Maybe Seraph not quite ready to put a hurdle in front of himself.
Yeah. I think it was a Zingy who did the AP Vi as well. Played that one out. Not as successful.
What's it with the AP Vi's? Oh, no, that was the Zingy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seraph still continuing to look for a convincing performance in this match. Didn't quite come out so strongly in the previous one, as KFO was able to get the counterplay, as his team allowed him to split push successfully all game. This time around might be a little bit different, as he does have that Swain and is hopefully going to look to group up with his team, get deep into enemy team fights, and just inflict enormous amounts of AoE damage, as that really seems to have been Envy's style. Let Seraph prep the waves, let Ninja prep the waves before collapsing his 5 for these big objectives.
Yeah, what they're going to try and do is prep the waves again, but this time they've got the Ash Arrow to work with. So they're going to try and catch Echo Fox in transition as they try and answer the Seraph wave control up top. Also this time around, very curious to see what Echo Fox do level 1, because they went with that level 1 invade last time. They got the early flash burned. They were also able to get those deep wards to see the lane swap and get out of that lane matchup. Also the early invade. This time around, not quite as many tools. Let's see. Yeah, it's not a very scary invade here. Not much RTC, so it probably would just be a warding mission once again.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to keep an eye on that lane swap and see if it ends up actually being a swap, as KFO will be having to go solo against Seraph. Aurelia versus Swain, if it is going to be those standard lanes. And you already talked about how easily those two lanes can be upset by jungler interaction. And with both a Kindred and a Rek'Sai, you've got to imagine they've got to have their eyes on that lane.
Yeah. People are always focused on, Kindred's always trying to stack up the marks and stack up the late game. This marksman in the jungle. But the level 3, very potent. Still very potent, even after the nerfs from Kindred.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have to be very wary of counter ganks from Rek'Sai, though, especially if you go offensive first with Kindred. Have to be very careful about using Dance of Arrows, especially now, since it takes much longer to come back. Once Rek'Sai gets on top of you, it's difficult.
And we are now getting back into game after that delay. The players are ready. Looks like we're not going to restart or anything as the players load onto the Rift for game number 2 after a brief delay.
Right runes.
Yeah. Echo Fox going to be charging in, looking for that game number 2. Whereas Envy, a little bit more aggressive with the Swain Vladimir Ashe, trying to close us out and bring it to a game number 3.
And the right runes consist of 34 flat ability power for Swain here on Seraph. Trying to head in and gain control really early on of this level 1. Swain's all about trying to harass KFO on the melee champion, abuse that range, and Beatrice's zoning.
Mm-hmm.
Best changes, by the way, about Swain's rework is the changes to the bird. Last hits for you. That used to be the toughest part.
And you can just toss it out anywhere.
Clean them all up for you.
Yeah, it looks like this time Echo Fox not going to look for the deep warding mission. Instead, they just ward the river. And seeing...
Yeah, blind swap here from Echo Fox. Trying to get out of that range mismatch.
They're going to send Keith and Big towards that top lane as Seraph and Proxen are going to be starting off with the Gromp. We'll see if once again Echo Fox try to disrupt that early jungle, because they do know they are going to swap. If they head over, they're going to walk over a ward, but instead they go towards the top lane. So
yeah, they're going to be just heading to lane, I believe. They would be really, really late to try and disrupt anything and try and stop the jungle. They're actually waiting around to see if there is a face check up there. Not going to be the case, though. And they will reveal themselves now up on the top side. So Envy currently ahead 1 jungle camp because their duo started a camp, whereas Echo Fox waited in the brush for the face check that did not come. Can Proxen get away with this before Karma arrives? He has no smite, so it's down to auto attacks. Who can get it? Karma's got a pretty big advantage here with Mantra Q.
Yeah, level 1 versus level 2. Oh, secured by Big. He's going to get some damage onto Proxen, who trades back.
He's just angry now.
Yeah.
Not much you can do about it, though. It's been stolen. Better cut your losses. Seraph just gets blasted out of lane here.
Yeah.
Harassed down. He was trying to soak up as much as he could before. And ends up burning 1 potion for his efforts of staying in experience range. Let me check in. He got about 2/3 of a level. Decent. KFO got a little bit more, but they're pretty similar here, and both will end up turning the teleports to try and get in and even up the timings.
Looks like we've had a change of heart for some folks. Previously, it was 87% of fans were in favor of Envy win, but now it's up to a whole 41 in favor of Echo Fox and 59 for Envy. We'll see if that continues over the course of this series, if Envy will be able to close out and bring us to game 3, or if Echo Fox will finally show that consistency that they've been looking for all split long.
Well, they have a very similar composition. They don't have disengage from a jungle Gragas, but they do have backline support there with the Kindred. Try and use the ult to survive as well. Standard jungle trading. Everybody moving in, and they're keeping pace as well. Both turrets going down solo gold. Freezes for both. One thing we have seen is the top laners be more aggressive about pushing the second wave. These deep wards, as you can see, down the lane from both teams will alert them as soon as they see the duos are on the way and they're not in danger of deep freezing the lane. Top laner will go super aggressive, try and shove the lane as quickly as possible to get as many minions for themselves. So that when they match up in 1 versus 1, they don't get denied.
It's still going to be a tough matchup, though slightly easier for KFO as he will have access to all of his abilities and a few more stats as he continues to clean up these minions. And in fact, Envy are sitting back a little bit. They've given a bit of time to KFO.
Big goes really early here to try and get the tether. Wait, does he even have tether? He does not. Haha. Level 2 only has shield and Q. So no kill attempt there, focusing on the minions. The other big thing that was a difference last game was a lot of extra wards from Echo Fox around mid lane to support Froggen in his 1 versus 1 efforts against Ninja. Vladimir is so ridiculously tough to push out of lane though now. After the rework, the regeneration and healing that he's able to get makes him a movable object in mid lane, especially in lane swaps where junglers are occupied early on. Really difficult to push him anywhere.
Yeah, Froggen is going to try to go for the early recall this time and picks up the first upgrade for his Hex Core. Yeah, he did upgrade the Death Ray, so he's just looking for wave clear to wait it out in that lane, whereas Ninja, as you can see, Doran Shield, going for the sustain, just to stay in lane as long as possible as the double turret trade happens in those side lanes.
Yeah, and as they take the double turrets, last game we talked about the first Cloud Drake for Rift Herald trade. This one changes actually a lot. If it's an Ocean Drake, regeneration super early on is actually very, very effective. It's been one of the highest early game win rate Drakes because it allows your junglers so much freedom. Junglers, as they're jungling throughout the entire early game, don't come into contact with champions, so they get to have the regeneration almost constantly. This Rift Herald is actually going to be interrupted here as Hard goes right in.
Forced to flash the wall.
He wants to scare them off. Hakuo is the only one really in danger of getting killed, though. Hard wants to go back in, it looks like, but his flash is already down. It'd be suicide.
Oh, it's dropped down.
Wasting time here for.
Smite secure. They're going to gift it over to Seraph. Envy prioritized the Rift Herald and are thusly rewarded.
Yeah, really confusing, actually. Usually, when you know they're going for it like that, you'll commit to the Drake instead, but Hard goes over to try and get some harassment, blows the flash, then sticks around even after he doesn't have flash, and no W to reset either. So, gonna be behind on one objective as of now. Seraph, I believe, was able to grab it. Yes, Seraph was able to get it this time.
Ooh, they might be trying to set up a death bush in that bottom lane. Hakuho's on his way. Tether will catch him. There's the arcane shift forward, but Hakuho, relatively high health pool, is able to take the damage and walk off.
Seraph has about 20 more seconds, 15 to 20 more seconds on his teleport. If they can delay this Drake for a bit longer, then Seraph could just hold that wave up there. Doesn't look like Echo Fox will answer back with the Drake, and they're going to just try and pressure mid instead. But it's a double summoner Vlad. I don't see much being accomplished by trying to gank there right now, and they just take away the Raptors instead.
Yeah, clearing out some of the vision of Envy, but still trying to control it in that mid lane. The ward, ooh, still going to be standing as well. So Echo Fox showing a bit of hesitation here.
Yeah, they're trying to zone out this bottom trio from experience because right now Seraph is getting solo experience up on the top side. Does have teleport ready as well. He might want to try and rush 6 and contest this actually.
Yeah, Ocean Drake was started very optimistically by Echo Fox, but Envy collapsed and scared them away.
And they've been able to keep it at 2 lanes basically of experience income for each team. Echo Fox have been, up until this point, able to zone Envy off of the wave, but Envy move in, and they're getting that extra lane of early experience. Seraph is really feeling happy about the way this early game is going. Calmly CSing on Swain by himself. while the rest of the team shoves the wave all the way into turret to get it to reset. Will they get pinched here, though? Here come reinforcements.
Yeah, Proxen is going to spot it not only with the Tremor Sense, but also with a ward, as he did go for the Tracker's Knife early on.
Yeah.
And Envy shoved the wave and back away.
Severely behind here in the early game. Echo Fox gave up the Rift Herald as well as an extra lane of experience. And even the invade coming from Envy due to the threat of Seraph Teleport coming in level 6. They're able to delay this blue buff. It might fully reset.
Yeah, runs out of patience and even securing the small Sentinels.
Trying to buy time for Seraph. Now the wave is building up pretty large.
Froggen's not even there. He's in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are in the mid lane. A second reset. They're just delaying it over and over. Now we can maybe see them try and transfer up some extra pressure on top side. There's a big wave up there with Seraph.
Yeah, Kobe, what about a third reset? Oh, no, that one's actually going to be picked up by Froggen.
All right, they finally got it.
Yeah.
But now they've been chunked out so long, it looks like they might actually... Oh, okay.
They decide to give it away.
Seraph, low on mana. Gonna abandon the top wave. I was thinking that they might try and start that Drake when there's this big wave up here from Seraph, because then you make Echo Fox choose between answering Seraph's teleport for the 5-on-5 at the Drake and giving up that large minion wave, or taking the large minion wave and giving up the early Ocean. But no such force here from Envy. Just go for some reset delays on the blue buff instead.
Yeah, Seraph is actually now walking down that mid lane. We'll see if he swings bottom. Yeah, actually heading toward that bottom side, so they might still have their eyes on it with the wave pushed out. They've got some time. Proxen going to try to collapse as Keith eats a pillar. Double exhaust. Snare is going to lock him down. Flash knockup finds Keith. They follow it up. Keith, heal keeps him alive, but first blood onto Proxen. Teleport is started and canceled by Seraph.
Yeah, I think both of them, actually. KFO, if they really wanted to save that, he would have had to start his teleport really early, like as soon as the engage happened. But they didn't want to be down on summoners, I guess. Anyways, that's going to be first blood and the Drake. Huge, huge early game here from Envy. They get Rift Herald. They get Ocean Drake. They got tempo in the lane swap. They get the first blood. Pretty much all things going Envy's way this time around.
Much more convincing play in this game. It's not Echo Fox keeping pace. It's Echo Fox falling behind as another blue buff is stolen in answer for that kill. And Drake, measly second prize, as Hard will continue to try denying jungle camps away. He's already up 14 CS. This is going to be 15 with the Gromp, but a fed jungler does not make the game
yeah,
better
and even with the extra minions there, the gold on the junglers is pretty much exactly the same for Fox as well as Proxen. So Proxen probably a lot more Gromps, a lot less lane minions.
So Envy take the first initial advantage in this set. And Echo Fox might be forced to fall back to their controlled.
Oh, he got first blood. That was it, Dom. Haha.
Ah, yes.
All right, well, let's see if Froggen can actually keep up his wave clear and get the CS. Oh, no, he's going to miss one.
Down 5 CS so far. It's KFO. Oh. Going to give a funny look to Proxen as he drops a tunnel hard. It's
pretty good chunk there, and it's actually necessary to get some sort of chunk because Echo Fox are right now trying to be a little bit greedy and defend on top side with 4 people. Their AD carry showing bottom. KFO's trying to get the wave clear.
Oh, they arrow onto KFO. There's the never move. They're able to burst through his health as he tries getting stylish. Lud is going to be stunned under the turret. Proxen is going to eat a few hits here. The tether. Oh, Hard is able to pick up the kill with Wolf.
Wolf goes in for the kill, and you thought they were being greedy, but Echo Fox actually trade back the kill, and that is huge. Down bottom, Keith is alone with the turret. He's going to get that minion wave all the way into it. It's going to reset. Very, very big defend there from Fox. And Envy give away some of their early pressure with that botched tower dive.
They do trade 1 for 1. Here it is once again.
Yeah, it's trading 1 for 1 is terrible for them because of the extra lane pushing for Echo Fox right now. At least they are able to get the 1, but...
Whoa. Seraph is going to face check into Hard, who flashes the never move. Seraph will flash on his own.
Good flash, and you're in there. You outplayed him, but I don't know if you have enough to finish the deal that you started with Seraph. Level 9 Swain, and he's going to be able to walk away. Flexing his muscles there, though, on the Kindred. Next time he'll be able to get him. He's got picked up the Hex Drinker now.
Yeah. A little bit larger health pool. On the other side, though, Ninja has completed his Spirit Visage, going full sustain in the mid lane, as you can see on your screen. Froggen going to try to answer back as he upgrades his Hex Core a bit, eventually looking for that Rylai's. But Echo Fox, the scaling composition once again, going to be under some pressure from Envy as they send a few members towards the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Envy don't scale too shabby. Oh, Hard really wanted that steal.
Yeah, that was very optimistic.
It's all right, though. Karma Shield out. Right now, Echo Fox, once again, they're trying to do that 4-man defense with a split pusher. This time, their split pusher does have teleport, though.
Oh, that arrow goes wide, but Big is still separated from his team. He doesn't have a flash, so he's got to be careful in the front line. There could collapse on the mid lane, and Froggen's under his tier 2, looking at those minions.
They are paying for KFO's freeze right now with their mid lane turret. Huge cost for it, and it could have been even worse because that Ash Arrow could have meant to kill as well. Hard's gonna take away his own blue.
Oh, never move is going to miss, and Seraph zones Keith away. So that is the mid tier 1 take for Envy, and the next Drake is going to be another Ocean. Envy have got 2 minutes before that one spawns.
Yeah, 2 minutes to milk this freeze that they just paid for KFO. And that is extremely nice on the Aurelia. Trinity Force already built, looking to cruise through the 2-item spike. But they did give up a lot of territory to do it. With all their outer turrets down, does make it a lot harder to retain vision control. Envy have set up shop in the blue side jungle.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they want to let go anytime soon. It is very difficult, though, to force on tier 2 turrets. Especially with a whole minute left of another neutral objective to come up, so KFO should be able to milk this freeze for a bit longer.
Oh, but it looks like Envy are going to try to make Echo Fox pay for it once again. They collapse back on that blue side jungle. The wards untouched by Echo Fox since their placing a few minutes earlier.
Yeah, just relying on the Ezreal to stay safe. Victor wave clear in the mid lane. Freeze up on that Aurelia.
The controlled defensive style in action.
See if Envy can make something happen with round 2 here with the arrow. Lod's cooldown, back up Ash Arrow. They can try and force something. Try and at least force out the teleport from KFO. But it looks like timer's up. KFO's done freezing. They know they're going to have to act soon, so he's already starting to push. He was able to get his solo experience in gold.
Seraph once again faster to head towards the rest of his team. Doesn't burn his teleport to head down to this side of the map. Means that he's going to have to recall now if he hopes to catch those minions at the tier 2. But Envy looking like they might just try to burn through this Drake on spawn.
All right, I would expect Echo Fox to try and harass them at it, but it looks like they're just going to give it up. There's just so much vision control that Envy invested into that blue quadrant, and the Ocean Drake will fall number 2.
Yep.
Regen on regen. I actually think that's one of the worst for stacking, because it is just out of combat regen. First one's really good to get one going, especially for your jungler, but the consecutive ones, not so much.
We just saw Hard skipping his way out of Envy's blue side jungle. Seems like Echo Fox traded an Ocean Drake for vision on that side of the map.
Well, KFO continued his split push, and he pushed it all the way to the turret. They didn't want to teleport in. They didn't want to venture through the blind jungle that they have over here, since Envy have had so much control of it down to the Drake. Taking a fight right now with the gold being so close, vision advantage means a whole lot. Especially if you are face checking into an Ash Arrow. First man down the corridor gets nailed.
Echo Fox not looking to be the first one to go down as they're trying to defend these tier 2 turrets, as Envy now running the gauntlet. Mid, bot, mid, and then top, as now Seraph has got a wave pressured up.
Yeah, Echo Fox are really looking for a counter engage. They don't have, they don't have a real point man. They don't have that main tank. KFO here on Aurelia is DPS.
Seraph's getting a lot of damage onto the tier 2. Echo Fox are going to be able to make it under, though, not able to isolate Seraph. But the tier 2 will remain standing for now, as Echo Fox now seem like they're struggling to keep up with Envy, who are just dropping wards, moving as a 4-man unit, and trading off with Seraph and Ninja being split in the side lane.
Successful defense for Echo Fox, I guess. Let's see if they can pull it off, though, because Envy are still knocking at the doors. That top turret is about to fall over. And Envy just closing the loop here.
Yep.
Karma does get caught up, and he's taking a decent amount of damage, but Froggen is there to help Big out. I don't know what the move here is for Echo Fox. They don't really have anything to force a play with, so they're mostly reactive here. I mean, they could get a flank off, but I guess they have some deep wards on the top side to get a teleport in from Aurelia. As of right now, though, they're just looking to capitalize on some overstep here from Envy, some misstep. But they're bleeding turrets while doing so.
Only 2 inhibitors, in 2 tier 2 turrets left before you start getting to those inhibitors, though. So these trades will eventually become harder and harder to make. Smite from Proxen denies blue buff to Froggen.
Pretty crucial to deny blue from the wave clear, and that's exactly what Envy want to see. Infernal Drake is the next one popping up right as they crest into that mid-game. Gonna be able to get some extra damage out.
This is a very different paced game from number 1.
Yeah, it seems like Echo Fox, Envy got out to such a good early start to this game. And playing from behind, they've returned to their old tendencies. They don't really have a lot of playmaking tools, though, as I said. Mostly looking reactive here. All right, Envy going for the 5-man push. Try and take down this bottom outer.
True Shot Barrage finds Lot and the minions, but 5 members of Envy do so much damage. The tier 2 goes down with no answer from Echo Fox. They're actually racing down the mid lane right now, but Envy are happy to collapse.
Yeah, I think Envy at this point in the game would love to force Echo Fox into a fight. They just Karma speed boost and run away, though.
And once again, Echo Fox rush towards the top blue side jungle for Envy, but this time Envy are prepared. Blue buff is going to be stolen away by Heart. Oh, needs to actually finish it off.
Now, Echo Fox, if they're looking toward, they are obviously looking towards the late game. If they are, they're gonna need to get either a Morel Nomcon or Executioner's Calling for the Swin and Vladimir. I mean, you're facing a team with the 2 most healing mages in the entire game, and you don't have any Ignite on your team. So they're gonna have to get that Grievous Wounds from an item, and they can't really take a team fight until they do it. Right now, Keith is getting into a pretty good spot on his Ezreal. He's got that 2. There it is. Executioner's Calling.
Yeah.
Now we may see them actually go for some combat. However, buying that time to build up the Executioner's Calling took quite a lot of turrets to do.
5-2 right now in favor of Envy, as they have just been playing the map, using that early advantage to catch Echo Fox out of position and convert it into turrets. And Echo Fox have not been able to answer since that lane swap has been completed.
Key item completed, but it is going to take also Keith hitting, focus firing on whichever target Keith has. Friendly exchange here.
Yeah, he did force Seraph's flash. And Infernal Drake has just spawned. This is the first Infernal Drake of the game. Ard is actually going aggressive on the Ninja right now. Echo Fox, they might have decided now's the time, but Proxen is in their back line clearing out some wards.
Ash Arrow could come through. Seraph does have teleport, and there are wards available.
Ooh, the arrow is going to be fired. He's going to hit big. Keith tries to hop away, but Seraph teleports in. There goes the Lamb's respite. Keith is low, but almost certainly going to fall. Huge heal keeps him alive. Finally, he drops the first casualty of Echo Fox as they try to retreat under their tier 2.
There goes the Executioner's calling. He's dead. Ah, I can't use it. Great teleport there, honestly, though. It's so difficult for Echo Fox, to try and play this reactively. The other team has an Ash Arrow. I think that was a great draft there from Envy, so they can force things. They know that Echo Fox want to play this way. Arrow teleport combo works out and earns them the coveted Infernal Drake.
Yeah, that's 3 Drakes so far for Envy. As Froggen solo, he's able to get some good damage onto Ninja and try to bully him away, but
that'll boost your damage numbers, but it's Vladimir, so
again, Hard invades, but isn't able to steal away that camp. It's 25 minutes into the game. Envy, very comfortable advantage, just waiting for Echo Fox to make mistakes and capitalizing on it.
Oh, the Glimpse of the Void also for Seraph.
Yep.
Gonna help him out if he decided to continue the fight. Makes his escape, though. Pink ward down here for Envy. All the outer turrets, except for that mid one, already pretty weak. So now they can try and manipulate the vision advantage. Bait Echo Fox out. Since they're running this so slippery composition. Just want to bait Echo Fox out. Nail him with an arrow. Clean up. Job done.
1, 2, 3. Well,
all right,
job
doing
not
it.
done quite yet. Proxen, he's going to be collapsed upon, but they turn instead on Keith, who eats a big arrow. Proxen is forced to back away, and Keith is allowed to escape with his life this time.
Yeah, you can see, though, they're still putting down deep wards. They're getting more places for the teleports to come in.
Oh, Ninja didn't break turret aggro, but I don't think he quite cares too much as the rest of his team collapses, and the final tier 2 goes down for Envy. Again, prepping that side of the map with deep wards and collapsing with an arrow. And Echo Fox not able to respond.
The proactive Echo Fox of last game, nowhere to be found. Great lane swap opening here from Envy, though, remember. They got so many advantages in the early game.
Like the elusive fox of its name, the proactive Echo Fox has disappeared from view.
All right, so much vision control now. All the cards in Envy's favor. As we said, set up that split push. They have the Ash Arrow to try and catch anybody who ventures too close to Baron. Proxen even nails the smite.
Looking for a hopeful ward to convert that Razor Sense. Razor Sharp, but doesn't find one. As Envy continue to pressure forward, even a True Shot Barrage across the Baron to make sure that Envy aren't clearing it. Echo Fox playing so far back in defensive that Envy are really just allowed to move back and forth between these lanes.
I mean, Envy can relax right now. The Baron bait is definitely the optimal play right now. The only risky thing would be to go for that siege, and then that's what Echo Fox are looking to capitalize on. They can try and focus someone down, but Envy really wants someone out in the open.
Arrow catches KFO. He's going to eat a snare afterwards, but he's the tank. He's soaking a lot of damage. There's a huge 3-man Hemo Plague. Immediately, the Lamb's Respite slows it down. And Ninja gets knocked out. KFO is still alive, finally going to drop to Seraph. This Froggen and Hard are trying to kite it out. Keith has fallen as well. That's 2 for 1 in favor of Envy.
Hard lived, though, so that Baron threat is there. Envy can't just switch over to Baron. Seraph!
He's going 1v2 right now and doing a lot of damage to Big. Froggen flashes the wall as Proxen catches up with the Void Rush. Big goes down.
Oh, Lot is in there.
Chases with the aggressive flash on a rampage. 4 for 1 Envy.
Well, technically Hard is still up, so they're threatening the steal for Baron. They're on the opposite side of the map, so it takes too long to get over there. Looks like Envy are going to just take the kills, though. Too early respawns are quite short. Man, this is not looking good for Echo Fox, though. This is exactly what we're talking about. They get him out in the open. There's the arrow, nailed it, and Ninja just walks up, melee range. Let's take a look at how he gets knocked out of this. He just walks out. The pillar nudged him, but he was still in it. So, yeah, he just kind of walked out there.
Bit of a misclick.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Lag of the brain.
Hey.
Oh, another arrow tossed out. Hard doesn't have his Lamb's Respite, but he's able to escape with his life as Froggen just now respawns. Envy, though, already on the Baron, looking to close this game out.
Yep. All right. Envy strike back in a very big way. Echo Fox did have a good showing in the opening to this set, but they mentioned it on the analyst desk. You know, the question remains for Echo Fox's consistency now. We have seen some improvements for them. That's great. But we run best of threes in the North American LCS now. You can't climb the standings by taking out random games. It's a whole set or nothing.
Envy now with the Baron, looking to bring us to game 3. 7-2, 3 Drakes to 0, with the 4th spawning and Envy already on that side of the map. They've got some pretty big items, looking to break through Echo Fox's defense once and for all. Well, once for this game, and hopefully once for the second. But we'll see if we get to that point, as they still have yet to actually break an inhibitor.
Baron buff should aid them in that goal. Also, the Drake coming up is another Ocean one. 3rd Ocean Drake. That's not going to help at all, really. They already have plenty of out of combat regen. But they'll take it anyway, because that will stack up for Elder, just in case it does get that long. Insurance plan.
They are the 2 most healing mages in the game. They've got 3 Ocean Drakes. The only way this could be worse is if they had Mundo in the jungle.
All right, well, Keith is actually going to have to like swap targets and hit multiple people, because Executioner's Calling debuff only lasts 3 seconds, the Grievous Wounds. Try and switch back and forth between Seraph and Ninja, but Trundle does a bunch of healing as well. So does Rek'Sai, and
Envy set up a 1-1-3, sending 3 members toward the bottom side. Lod escorting a large minion wave. Keith is going to try to clear it out, but Lod doing some big chip damage to that turret, while the rest of Envy split on other lanes. Ninja's finally going to catch up with the rest of his team. As Seraph rotates mid.
The Baron-empowered cannon minions are taking their toll. Oh, Seraph!
Yeah, he's eating a lot of damage, gets pulled in by the gravity field. Oh, Froggen gets the kill with some help from Big, but the inhibitor turret has gone down. Keith gets knocked out. The arrow is going to hit Froggen. Ninja walks it forward to zone the rest of Echo Fox away. An instant exhaust means Ninja might have to flash the wall. He's got Zonia's. Is able to heal himself up just a bit, but the Grievous Wounds means he's got to back away.
All right, they make their escape. They got what they came for, though. Inhibitor down. Did cost them Seraph's life. But that is the door down. Envy are in.
Yeah.
Echo Fox now becomes so difficult. Elder Drake's coming up next. They've already got super minions marching into the base. Let's take a look at how Froggen actually set this up. Just straight up walked on him and cast all his spells. Just hit everything. Okay. That's why you get the Rylai's and the fully upgraded Hex Core on Victor, by the way.
Because you can burn through even a Swain without a Morellonomicon.
Keep them slow, extra ticks. Envy's answer, though. Baron buff still on, and they reapply the split push.
Yeah, they've still got...
I'm trying to look at the Hail Mary play from Echo Fox. You know, what is it going to look like if they make a miraculous comeback? And it still doesn't even... It's not even something that they can manufacture themselves. They kind of have to hope for Envy to take a lot of turret damage in some way.
Ooh, KFO split pushing in the bottom lane.
Okay.
Needs some damage from Sarah.
See what he can get. KFO actually going to commit.
He turns it around. He's got the Frozen Mallet Wit's End, sapping that magic resistance. Question is, whose health pool will go down faster, Swain or KFO's? Looks like it will be KFO's. as Echo Fox once again try to defend their other tier 2s while Seraph pushes the minion wave in through that bottom lane, pulling KFO away from his team.
4-0-3 on the LOD here this game as well on the Ashe. Also, the one at the helm. Next arrow to land. Well, I thought I was going for Keith, but next one to land is going to be the go button.
Ooh, once again, Seraph is forced to flash as Froggen drops his combo. But Envy not making any critical mistakes that could allow Echo Fox into this game, just taking their time, waiting out their advantage. Hard in the front though, Arrow is going to thread the needle and unfortunately miss, but Envy used teleport from Seraph to guard the minion, and as 5, they break down the inhibitor turret. LOD doing so much damage is able to break the inhibitor itself.
Really is a picture kind of the games that Echo Fox had the last couple weeks. They're definitely going to have to, you know, talk from heaven time, try and refocus after this game. The early lane swap definitely was rough. Very hard to come back from, but 2 inhibitors down. Super minions coming in. Elder Dragon and Baron coming up in about a minute.
Yeah.
The options are few, Dom. The options are few.
Yeah. Right now, Envy are just ticking items off on a checklist as they walk through this base. Ninja will take a lot of damage from the turret, and he's going to be bursted down. Keith goes very greedy and is barely able to make it out with his life.
We said, you know, it's going to look like Envy taking a lot of turret damage from somewhere. He was taking turret damage, so Keith wanted to capitalize, trying to go for that hero play. They need something spontaneous like that to try and buy them some time to get their inhibitors back up. Uh-oh.
Jungle versus jungle. But Hard gets solo killed by Proxen. Not even a Lamb's Respite as a Hemoplague finds 2. Ninja is going to try to burn through Big's health bar as the rest of Envy. They're actually taking a lot of damage from Froggen, who's been doing some serious work. They're actually able to turn it around, and Echo Fox get a double kill from Froggen. Ninja will drop to KFO, and Echo Fox managed to hold on.
They hold on to fight another minion horde.
Super minions will drop.
Hakuho is knocking.
Oh, man. Just the morale trundle split push.
Yeah. So the thing is, though, with 2 inhibitors down, there are going to be minions flowing into your base, and the big neutral objectives are up.
Yeah. Elder Dragon spawning just now. That Baron has come up. Here's that fight once again. Proxen just wanted a ward. He didn't even want to kill.
I like how the extra damage from
the Titanic
from the ward hits prepped him. There's the all-in here. They're just, you know what? It's 5-on-4, and Froggen's able to walk his way out of this one. Stays upright. KFO in the back line, and the damage from Froggen Keith there.
Echo Fox are on the Baron on the side of your screen right now. They're trying to burn through its health. Proxen over the wall, level 16, hops over. He's going to knock up a few, does a lot of damage to Hard, who drops the respite. They can't kill the Baron right now. Proxen is going to try to go for the steal, but Froggen gets the kill, and he is able to secure it as well, despite the missed smite. Echo Fox get the Baron.
Oh my goodness. Can they get out, though?
Oh, Hakuho isn't going to let them. It's a flash escape, but Hakuho chases a little bit too far. Oh, the morale chase from Hakuho.
This is what the comebacks look like. Can they get back in and defend that inhibitor from the minions, though? Baron-empowered recalls. Aurelia's heading over. It's a super minion on it. No!
Oh, gosh, the inhibitor's so low. No, it goes down. Echo Fox, despite the empowered recall, don't make it back in time, but Elder Dragon is up. And despite Proxen being dead, Envy are going to look to set up some vision.
Well, there's hope. New hope for Echo Fox. They have the Baron buff. They can push out. They can... All right, they're just going to hold on and defend now. They got one of the objectives off the field. They'll take their slight win and try and win the team fight afterwards. This is, remember, though, 4 Drake Elder Dragon.
Yeah, this is 225 bonus true damage per auto attack.
And an enormous amount of out-of-combat health regeneration.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So if you're just sitting around, you know, poking and waiting for your minions to come in, yeah, back off, heal right back up.
Envy are not going to be able to do any damage. Echo Fox are not going to be able to do any sustained damage right now as Envy full health, Elder Dragon, 4 Elemental Drake stacking up. A single turret remains for Echo Fox as they're going to have to try to hold out and defend this. The pressure is on. They've got a wave pushed in the bottom lane. They managed to get 1 Hail Mary, but it wasn't enough to quite turn the game around. Now they're looking for another one.
Miracles. You get 2 for 1.
Do you believe?
Kite back. Arrow does. They got him out.
This is it right away. Seraph in the front is taking a lot of damage. True Shot Barrage. He's chunked down to below 1,000 and jumps out. Ninja eats a lot more. Envy just need to back away and use that regeneration to heal themselves back up.
They have to be careful. Remember, Echo Fox have game 1 of the series already. If they come back from this and turn it around, Envy will be out a series. This is a very low duration buff as well. Only the 2 minutes on Elder Dragon buffing up. It's about to time out.
Yeah, they try to walk it in. Oh, and Never Move catches Keith and KFO. There's the Hemo Plague. Ninja goes into the back line, but KFO, his Guardian Angel has been popped. The inhibitor has fallen. Echo Fox are such low health. KFO will finally go down 5 versus 4. 1 turret left between Envy and taking us to a game 3.
All right.
Echo Fox are zoned away. The turret goes down. Seraph and Hakuho don't even care about Echo Fox anymore. They're going to drop the Nexus. And after a very patient 40-minute game, they take us to game 3.
Woo!
Yep.
A little bit touch and go there at the end,
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. Another epic Echo Fox comeback in the works, but Envy put a stop to that one quickly with the Elder Dragon. And walk it in.
That was on the checklist, actually. Try for the Hail Mary. If it doesn't work, just walk it down. Take all the